Paper 6.
This is classified paper 4, topic 11, organic chemistry. Okay, we'll start. Why are the compound P, Q, R, and S known as a hydrocarbon? Why we call them as a hydrocarbon? What is the reason for that? Yeah, what is the reason why we call them as hydrocarbon? So why we call them as a hydrocarbon? You can see they contain carbon and hydrogen only. So if a compound contain carbon and hydrogen, we call them as a hydrocarbon. There is no other element present. So why it is of 2 marks? You have to mention it contains carbon and hydrogen only. Is it clear, the first one?
Yes, sir. Sir, which page is this?
This is page number 42.
Oh,
The next is compound P. As you can see here, this is compound P. Compound P is what is compound P saturated? What is meant by the term saturated? In a hydrocarbons, when we say it is a saturated hydrocarbon, it means it contain carbon single bond, or it contain single bond between the carbon atoms. Because there's a single bond between the carbon atom, that's why we call that as a saturated hydrocarbon. Compound P undergo a substitution reaction with chlorine. What is meant by the substitution reactions? You have to learn the standard definition. I have shared the Google Drive link in which you have all the definition, that folder. There's a file which is having all the definitions. So substitution reaction means when atom or group of atoms replace another atom or group. We call that a substitution reaction. So when one atom replaces another atom or a group of atoms, we call that as a substitution. State the condition required for this reaction to occur. What are the conditions we need for this reaction to happen or occur if we want a substitution reaction? So what are the conditions for the substitution reaction? We need an ultraviolet light or a UV light. And write a chemical equation for this reaction. Here we have a compound P. What was the compound P? Compound P was two carbon atoms. What is the prefix for two carbon atoms? Two carbon. What is the prefix? Yes,
at
eth. And because they have a single bond, so it will be N. So compound P is ethane. So ethane is C2H6. We just need a chemical equation for that. So C2H6, a substitution reaction. So if we have C2H6 and it reacted with chlorine, which is Cl2, so the chlorine will take position of hydrogen and the hydrogen take position of a chlorine. So as a result, the product will be C2H5Cl plus HCl. It's always one of the product is HCl. The compound R undergoes addition reaction with bromine. When we say it's an addition reaction, what does it mean? It means only one product is formed. Why is this an addition reaction? So why we call an addition reaction? Because it will form only one product. Next is a compound containing a bromine is formed in this reaction. Draw the structure of this compound. So R is reacting with bromine. This is R and it is reacting with bromine. So whenever there's a double bond in alkene and it undergo addition reaction, so the double bond will break down and the two atoms will be added. Like it's Br2. So one bromine added to the first carbon, the second bromine added to the second carbon, and the double bond will break. So what will the product here? You just remove one of the bond and put two bromine here, Br and Br. And whenever you draw any structure, show all the bonds and all the atoms. That's what we have to draw here. Is it clear? Discussion 2, part 2. Any doubt in this? Yes, any doubt in this one?
No, sir.
Okay. Next is draw the structure of unbranched isomer of S and show all the atoms and all the bond and name. We want to draw an isomer. The term isomer means it should have same molecular formula but different structure. We want to make unbranched. So if you want to draw an isomer of S, so what we simply do, we switch the position of a double bond. Like here, the double bond is attached with the first carbon. What we simply do, we'll attach the double bond with the second carbon. So it is butene, the first one. Now we have to just draw butene. So we'll draw 4 carbon atoms. Double bond between the second and the third. And maximum carbon can form 4 bonds. So this will have 3 hydrogens. This will have 1 hydrogen. This will have 1 hydrogen. And this will also have 3 hydrogen. And what is the name of this compound? 4 carbon atoms, bute 2-ene. So this is butene. Bute because of 4 carbon, 2 is a position. And ene is a because of the double. So second carbon is having a double bond. That's why we called bute-2-ene. Compound Q undergo polymerization. Whenever you have alkenes, there are two types of polymerization, addition and condensation. Whenever you see alkene, this is alkene. So what kind of polymerization happen or occur in alkene? Is it condensation or addition? Addition or condensation, which kind? So whenever alkenes undergo reaction, it's always addition polymerization. So name the polymer form that is addition polymerization. Complete the chemical equation to show the polymerization of a Q. So whenever we want to draw a polymer, what we simply do, we make the structure looks like letter H for the monomer. We rearrange the structure. Like this has 2 hydrogens, so 1 hydrogen up, 1 hydrogen down. We just break the double bond. And put a bracket and write N. So this will be the polymer. Is it clear? The addition polymer form from Q.
Yeah.
But here they ask name the polymer form. So the type of polymerization is addition, but the name of the polymer, because it was ethene, so we'll write here as a polyethene. Because the polymer which is formed is a polyethene. Why? How we identify polyethene? Because the addition polymer, we just put the name poly. Poly means many and named after the monomer. If it was named type of polymerization, in that case, we'll say addition polymerization. And name the polymer, we just add the monomer with ene, like add poly as well. The amino acids undergo a polymerization to form a protein. And remember, amino acids, one side amine group is there, another side acid group. And the amino acids, they have amide or a peptide linkage. So one side we have amine and one side acid, so it will be C double bonded with O. The OH will be removed, and this will also have one side amine, means NH2 will be there, but H is removed, and this will have C double bonded with O. One side amine and C double bonded with O. Then we just link them together. So this is because the amino acids, when they form a protein, the linkage which is present is amide or a peptide linkage, which is C double bonded with O and N. This is a linkage present between the two molecules. So we just add that. The structure shown as an ester. Write a word equation for a reaction which make this ester. First thing we have to name the ester. How we name the ester? The part which is the carbon chain which is single bonded with oxygen, we name it first. And the carbon chain which is double bonded with oxygen, we named it second. And the journal structure name of ester is dash YL dash NO8. That is the structure of the structural name. So how many carbon atoms are there? With the
Sir,
first
ethyl butanoate.
good. So this will be ethyl and 4 carbon atoms, it will be butanoate. So if it is ethyl butanoate, what are the reactants react? The first name is always from alcohol. And we need a word equation. So which alcohol is reacted here? So it will be ethanol. And the second name always come from carboxylic acid. So it will be butanoic acid. And as a result, what it will form? It will form ethyl butanoate plus water will be the product. And the reaction, this reaction is a reversible reaction. Usually, like alcohol and acid can form ester in the presence of sulfuric acid as a catalyst, and ester can decompose to form water. Or ester can be hydrolyzed to produce these alcohols and carboxylic acid. Is it clear?